Hello fam, how are you all doing? Let's talk about why men don't date older women. Why men don't date women that are 30 years above. Rather, they are going for younger women. We also have some videos on younger women saying that older women are jealous of them because they are prettier and men are choosing them.
If you are a young woman that is confident in herself and you have a good head on your shoulders, life is going well for you, beautiful inside and out, your biggest op will be women that are older than you who are jealous of your youth. These are the types of women that will always remind you that you're younger than them or try to tell you what you need to be doing in your life when their lives normally never reflect anything anybody would like to emulate. They have a ton of insecurities that they will project onto you. They'll tell you to enjoy the way you look now because you're not going to look like that when you're older. They'll say you haven't experienced life long enough to know what you're talking about, but yet call you an old soul. Just be careful.
To these older chicks that they're by themselves and miserable, I don't have no sympathy for them. I don't care. I'm being real. Like, you lot have heard me say this on my thing before. I don't care because I know, number one, they friend zoned a lot of guys, they rejected a lot of guys, and they was loving it like a Big Mac, bruv. You get what I'm saying? And now they aged out, they've hit the wall. Now, oh, I'm a nice person. Yeah. Of course you are now because your options are gone.
I remember talking to this young girl and she said to me, what do you think I should do? Should I just focus on school? Should I start looking for my husband? I'm thinking about my future. This young girl said that. And I told her, I said, listen, keep your head down, focus on your work. But if you get an offer to get some coffee, go out for some tea, go for a date, take the date. You need to keep that in your focus too, because what this man is saying is spot on. He's right. Because the options are different when you're young. All that hot girl summer, you better keep that mess out your house.
She finished off by saying the options are less when you are older. Of course, we know how the society is, and this is what we see in the society. It's because everything depends on men. It's all about beauty. Men are chasing beauty like the air they breathe. They're chasing banging body like the air they breathe. Younger women are more sumptuous, you get what I mean, according to men, compared to older women. But they don't know that that's not the case. Things have changed. Women in their 30s and 40s are still looking good and sweet. It's all about you taking care of your body. I'm not saying that any woman should go out and audition for men, because this conversation is centered around women that are pygmies. Women that are auditioning for men. There is nothing wrong in you as a woman wanting to have a relationship with a man, but don't make it a do or die affair. Don't sell yourself short just because you want a man to notice you. Do not lose your value, do not lose your identity because you want to be picked by a man. Let's quickly have a look at why men go for younger women. Let's hear from men.
If you want to take a woman seriously, I recommend that you try to aim for anywhere from ages 23 to 26.
Hit me with it.
The reason why I would avoid the ages between 27 and 32 is because these women are dating with too much intent.
So I'm already confused because it's a problem if a woman knows what she wants and goes after it.
They already have their fun. They understand they have a biological clock. For that reason, they are actually purposely seeking out the provider or the nice guy that will finally take them seriously.
Which is, of course, a problem for you because you don't take them seriously and shouldn't be taken seriously yourself. Because you've made it pretty clear that you're a clown.
They made horrible decisions over the past 5 to 10 years.
I'm sorry, but do you even realize what you just said? If she was making horrible decisions through the ages of 23 and 27, you are advising men to exclusively date women between 23 and 27. You are the horrible decision.
But if you meet her when she's like 23, 24, this is a perfect time frame in which they probably don't have too much experience.
With men like yourself, you omitted that part. They don't have too much experience with men who are horrible decisions, like you.
It just naturally leads to a more successful and a more peaceful sort of relationship.
Because she hasn't yet made the horrible decision to date somebody like you. And after dating you, she will know no peace. You are the problem, my guy.
You guys don't understand how much a woman can fuck your life up when you don't know what the hell is going on. A lot of y'all are shacking up or wifing up girls that have more sexual experience than you. She's been around dudes. She knows the game. Then your dumbass ends up, oh, let me walk down the aisle with this girl. Next thing you know, 6 months later, you're getting fucking divorced or you get broken up with. That's why we tell y'all, don't get married. In general, most of you guys have no business getting fucking married.
She's been around dudes. She knows the game. When Myron was speaking and when the other guy was speaking, all I was hearing manipulation and control, lack of experience. The reason why they don't want to go with older women is because older women are very much aware of what they are up to.
They're not looking for 30-year-old women. They're looking for women at least 10 years younger than them. Somebody who does not have all the emotional baggage, just doesn't have all the, call it mileage, just call it years. They don't have all that. Looking for somebody who is younger, less experienced, and somebody who can follow a lot better. That's what these guys are looking for.
The harsh truth about why men prefer dating younger women. A lot of women do not want to accept this reality, but men at our nature, we prefer to show the world to a woman and have new experiences with a woman. The older a woman is, the more likely that she's already been through some experiences that most men would like to share with a woman. This is who men are. And the worst thing a man wants is to have to experience a woman that is not so new to him. She has seen it all and done it all. This is why men and women are judged differently based on our value. A man's value increases the older he gets, the more mature he gets, the more experience he has. But men don't value that in women. The sooner women accept that and embrace that reality, then they will have better success with men in dating.
It is still the same thing they are saying. Lack of experience, opportunity for them to manipulate the younger women, control them, and have their way. They obviously don't want women that have life experience, women that know who they are. Let's hear what people have to say about older women and them being bitter.
Another reason why men choose younger women, and another reason why women should work on themselves, heal the wounds, it is bitterness, sourness. Over the years, women encounter a lot of bullshit and hardens you. And you don't transmute that by healing, by looking at these past events that happened in your life, even in your childhood, making sense of them all, internalizing them, and releasing them so that you have a lighter heart. If you do not do this, you are going to repel men. You're going to be the old lady with the cats, with the face and the wrinkles that instead of having these smile lines, right, you're going to be this. Get off of my lawn! You're gonna be the Karen. Take down that flag! You're gonna be that miserable, awful, crotchety bitch that no man wants to date. So work on yourself. You need to have lightness. Smile. Happy.
Okay, guys, so let's talk about why older women are jealous of younger women. Older women are jealous of younger women because they know that older men are going after younger women, and she aged out. And what's that if a woman have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 kids by different father? She doesn't have anybody to watch her kids. Then with a younger girls like from 18 to 24, she's young, she's vibrant, she's not emotionally damaged. That's what all the men want to be with. A man want to be around younger women. So the older women get offensive and they get jealous because all the older men want to be around the younger woman. And that's fine. There is nothing wrong with that. Now, these younger women, they get to go on trips, they get to fly now, they get their car taken care of, men are marrying them, men are doing everything they can because you know why? The one key fact is these women are submitting to these men. These older women do not want to submit to these men. So if you can't submit, you're not going to have a man. And the way things are going, older men like younger women, and there's nothing wrong with that. And all the older woman got to do is deal with it. And a lot of the older women had let themselves go. They became severely overweight. They don't have good shape. They're not eating right. They don't look good. I mean, who want to date somebody that's overweight with 4 or 5 kids? Who want to date that? You know what I mean? When you could date one that's 25,
19, 20, and you could go all the world with that one. She's very attractive. She doesn't have anything to stop her, and she's beautiful. So why would you want to waste time dating a 40, 50, 60-year-old that has a lot of body, on her, and she's severely overweight? She's not even attractive. So why date something like that? So for the man prefer to date younger women, and I don't see nothing wrong with that. Kings, you are entitled to date what you want to date. Okay, Kings?
She was talking about auditioning. If you want to get a man, you need to position yourself for that. Men are after physical looks, beauty, nice body, and they expect you to be naive, easily manipulative. You need to allow them to manipulate you, control you, dominate you. You must not have your own voice. You must not have your own identity. You must make your life all about them, center them. If not, it's not going to work. They're not going to pick you. Even if you're in your 30s and 40s, you need to dress younger. Don't dress your age. You need to look sexy, very attractive. This is you auditioning. Just imagine yourself going for an audition to be picked for a movie role. You already know what the criteria is. So you put yourself in that position, meet all the requirements, all the criteria, so you get picked. That's exactly what men want. If you want to be picked, you need to put yourself in that position, transform yourself into that person. Then they're going to pick you. Is that how you want to live your life for men? Is that why you were created, to live your life for men to pick you? Let's talk about the bitter older women. Some women are actually bitter. Some older women are bitter when it comes to men. Those are the pick-me's. The pick-me's that have refused to accept their age. They've refused to accept the fact that they are aging. They always want to look sexy and good for men to pick them. I'm not talking about women that are focused on looking good for themselves. No, I'm talking about those pick-me's, those women that are male-centered, that have suddenly come to the realization that they are getting older and losing attention. Then it becomes a problem. They can't handle that, and then they transfer their aggression and frustration on younger women that are prettier than they are. I'm not going to dismiss the fact that we have some group of women that are jealous of younger women because of male competition, because of men picking them. They have some women like that. Those are the pick-me's, women with low self-esteem, that don't know who they are, that don't have self-confidence.
So I just saw a video on TikTok saying older women hate younger women in healthcare, right? So I know for an absolute fact that is 110% true. And it don't matter. People be like, oh, it's not because you're young and pretty, it's because you got potential. No, it is exactly that. As someone who's lived through that for many years, getting bullied by women who could be my mother or my grandmother, literally my grandmother. And when you go to talk to HR or the supervisor or the nursing staff about it, they'd be like, oh, well, just stay away from them. But they make a way to harass you. They find a way to pick on you every single day. And I lived through that for years at one facility till I had enough and I left. I actually got injured really, really bad. That put me in the hospital. And then I lost my job about it because they thought, oh, you're just faking it, honey, because you just don't want to be here. Crazy.
Let's talk about this. Older women are jealous of younger women. And I'm just not throwing anybody into this category, because you can't throw just anybody into this category. I'm talking about the older women who hate the fact that they are aging. This consists of women that don't like to be called grandma or mama, that be want to be Gigi and Mimi and all that other stuff. I'm talking about that category of older women. Now when it comes to them hating on the younger women, I'm talking about the fine younger women, the educated younger women, the younger women that is working these corporate jobs with these older women and they figuring out how the hell they got up in here. I'm talking about them kind, okay? I've been working this job for what, 24, 25, 27 months. 27 months, 2 years. 2 years, yeah. The first day I walked up in that job, noses was scrunched up, looking through the top of their glasses, fake smiles. It's been 2 years and guess what? I'm still getting the fake smiles. It's been 2 years and guess what? Some of the people that never spoke to me back then still don't speak now. But guess what? I ain't worried. Every time I come in there and I change up my hair or something new, But let me tell you something. Let me give you some intellectual knowledge to the older women. You had your time, okay? You had your time. Let me have mine, baby. Because guess what? One day I'm going to be in a position where you ask, as an older woman, But the difference between me and you is I'm not going to hate on the younger generation because I had my time and I did what I was supposed to do during my time. You should have did what you were supposed to do during your time. And even when I do become an older woman, I know I'm still going to be that thing. And guess what? And if that younger generation come to me and they need guidance, I'm around them, baby, I'm going to tell them, honey, you young and you better have fun. Because one day you're going to get old and one day all that stuff is going to be out the window. You ain't going to want to do it no more. So enjoy your life. Older women, please stop hating. Please stop hating. Okay? That's all I want to say because y'all some haters.
It's been an interesting conversation. We've heard from the younger women. We've heard from men. They've given us reasons why they go for younger women. So let's hear from the older women. Let's hear why they're not even interested in dating.
The older you become, the more you realize it's not the fact that the older women can't keep a man. Baby, it's the fact that they're not putting up with nobody's bullshit, okay?
Recently, someone asked me, "You're a good-looking woman. Why aren't you dating?" And let me give you my top reasons of why I'm not dating. I'm not dating because I don't want to be bothered with a man who's going to try to put me on rotation, who's lying about what he's doing, who's scheming and coming up missing. I don't got time for games, okay? I refuse to go to the grocery store, spend my money and time to show that I can cook. I know that I can cook. I know what I can do. God has delivered me from that. I am not going back to that. That's over with, okay? I refuse to spend one dime of my pension on a man or put him on my Blue Cross and Blue Shield after I busted my butt for 25 years. I'm not going to do that. I am not going to entertain a man and let him come up and lay up in my house because he got a different body part than me. No, I am sorry. You know what I'm doing? I am enjoying myself, eating my snacks, and being on social media and having full of peace. So those are my reasons why I'm not dating.
I work in finance in a male-dominated industry, and I'm going to tell you why older guys date younger women. I have all these guys around me that I see doing that, and I asked 100 men, whether they're doing that now or not. I asked 100 men, why do you date younger women? And while I understand 100 may not be that huge of a pool, if every single one of them is saying the same thing, I think is pretty legit. So initially I thought that they were dating younger women because younger women were prettier. But I came to understand that no, there are plenty of older women that will give a younger girl a run for her money, right? Very pretty older women out there. Looks has nothing to do with it. Every single guy, every single one told me that the reason that they like dating younger women is because they're easier to deal with. And I was like, what does that mean? Easier to deal with? And they said, well, she doesn't challenge me. It's not always a back and forth, back and forth. I just tell her something and it just is. And life is just much easier that way without someone always challenging you and asking you questions. Translation, younger women are more gullible. And if you're a younger woman, this is not a knock on you. I was gullible when I was younger too, when I was in my 20s and 30s. But older women are no longer gullible. You know why? Because we have experience in dating. We have seen all the BS. We have seen all the games, and we can see right through it. Our BS meter is on point. And when a guy tries to BS us, we call them out, right? Because we know that's not true. However, if you're younger, you don't have the same experience, you're not going to do that. So older women understand that the reason that you are not being chosen has nothing to do with your looks or your age. It has to do with they think you're too smart. And younger women, please stop dating these old ass dudes, because one of the main reasons they want to be with you is because they think you're too gullible and you deserve better.
Please let me know what you think about this video in the comment section. And if you'd love to watch more videos like this, click this video to hear men explain why they don't hold their fellow men accountable. I will see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.